what's up everybody, this is Mike. Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about this backpack right here and everything that I have inside. This is the Torvol Pitstop Pro backpack. Alright, so where do we even start with this? I have so many things to say. First of all, this backpack was sent to me by Torvol a couple of weeks ago and I've been using it ever since for my FPV needs. Before that I was using another Torvol backpack, but this time it was from their camera lineup. I've done a review on that backpack some time ago on my channel. If you want to go back and watch that video, you are welcome to do so. And it has been one of my favorite backpacks ever because of how much it can actually carry. But for FPV it was not ideal as it was made to carry camera equipment and Mavics and cameras. So it was not ideal to carry all of my drones with it. So this is where this backpack comes to save me. And it's made to be used for FPV, specifically for FPV. Of course, you can use it for other things as well, but it is mainly made for FPV. So I'm really excited to have this backpack, and it's probably the #1 FPV backpack that you will find out there. It's a very well-known backpack and I'm excited to finally use it. So I want to thank Torvol for sending it to me. So it is a very high quality backpack, as you can expect from Torvol. All of their products are really high quality and that's the #1 reason I like using their products. As you saw in the intro, I always carry my drones on the front of the backpack. You have some buckles here on the front that are extremely useful to carry your bigger drones, and if you want to, you can carry some of your drones on the sides of the backpack. It is going to be hard for me to show you everything here because of the angles, and I have set up a Insta360 1x2 on top of me. So hopefully I will be able to show you some better angles from everything that I have going on right here. But let's just open the backpack and start with everything that I carry inside. So as you can see, hopefully you can see that I have tons of stuff in this backpack, and that's because of how extremely useful it is for carrying all sorts of gear. Now for me personally, I carry a lot of FPV gear, but I don't want to limit myself to carrying only FPV gear. Sometimes I want to bring my Mavic, sometimes I want to carry my Sony camera that I'm using right now, sometimes I need some other things. So for me this is exactly the perfect backpack because it has so much space for everything, and because of that height, as you can see, this backpack is really high. You can put all of your things like so. So you don't need to put your Mavic flat on the surface, you can carry it like this, and for that it saves you a lot of space. You have a lot of different compartments that you can customize depending on the things that you carry inside your backpack. Personally, I haven't changed absolutely anything in this backpack. It is coming from the store just like this, but my gear fits perfectly. So let's start from here, which is where I normally carry my camera, but I'm using it right now, so I decided to put my charger just because I have so much space, and sometimes if I don't bring my camera, I can bring my charger if I want to charge on the go. This is the Hobby-made D6 dual light, and the good thing about this charger is that it's magnetic, so you can set your AC and the charger itself and just use it as one brick. And from here you have 2 slots for charging your batteries. This is very useful. If I don't use this, I have a lot of space to carry a camera, like I said, with another lens if I want to, with some filters, with some other tools that I want to include for the camera. You have quite a lot of space here, and most people use this space for their controllers. I don't, because I have a smaller controller. We get to that in a second. So the next thing which I have is this drone. This is the Mavic Air 2. And I want to have it with me most of the times when I go out. I feel like I need to have a drone to maybe snap some photos. If I want to quickly take a video on the Mavic, I feel better to have it with me. Inside these little pockets here, I have some filters, and these are filters for a naked GoPro and filters for my Mavic Air 2. Little boxes that I can take with me in those small meshed pockets, and they're extremely useful for small boxes like these. Next, I have in the next compartment, I have my remote for the Mavic, and I have a little pouch where I keep my GoPro. Usually I don't carry it in a pouch like this, but I started to carry it in a pouch because it's easy to scratch any of the screens of the GoPro, and I prefer to have it safely just sitting there in this very soft home FPV pouch. So this is my GoPro Hero 9 Black with a filter from Polar Pro, and I think I have a box with filters right here in another meshed pocket. They are extremely useful, as you know, for creating cinematic videos with your GoPro on the FPV drone. Next, we have the FPV goggles. Of course, they are currently using the iFlight plate antenna, and I have the True RC stubby antennas on the top, and the ones from iFlight are on the bottom. I find that this is probably my #1 setup in terms of range. And in this other compartment, I carry, for the same reason, I carry my radio. This is the TBS Tango 2, and I have the UMA grip on the side. But because of that UMA grip, I don't feel very confident putting the remote by itself in the compartment. Sometimes it scratches, sometimes it sticks to the backpack, so I prefer to keep it in a little pouch as well. And this is the pouch from the DJI goggles, but I use it for the radio. One of the final compartments, I carry this Freewell little bag. This is where I keep my batteries. It's not ideal, but for now it works well because it just fits all of my batteries that I decide to take with me. I don't carry all of my batteries always with me. It really depends on which drone I'm using. So for now it works well to keep everything nice and tight here. I have my batteries for my FPV goggles. I have my batteries for all of my different drones, and they fit well here, and I usually carry about 10 batteries with me when I fly. Underneath this bag of batteries, I use this GoPro case. This is where I carry my tools, because as we all know, in FPV you always need some tools. So I have some wrench for my props. I have a little cleaning cloth to clean my screen, a little knife, a little soldering iron which can be powered by XT60, and I really enjoy this, having this soldering iron with me in case I need to use it for something and for a quick repair. I have some solder here and some small cables, some tweezers, you know, the usual things that you need for quick repairs on the field. That's pretty much it for this section of the backpack right here. And I think now it's safe, so I can show it to you like this. You see how deep the pockets are. You can really put everything you want inside. And speaking of interesting things, let me talk a little bit about this section right here of the backpack. This is where the Pitstop Pro comes from, the name of the backpack. So when you're on the field and you want to quickly repair something, Torvol has figured it all out. You have a little section here that you can open like so, and you can carry your tools inside here. You have a nice grippy surface where you can put some tools or some parts, and you have this pocket here which you can open, and this you can put it on the ground. You can put your quad in there. You can use it for your knees if you don't want to get dirty when you're outside. And generally you can just set up a little working space, working area for your quads, so you can safely repair it. And I love this little compartment right here where you can open and put some little screws, and the best thing about this is that it's magnetic, so the screws will not go anywhere. They will stick here on this surface, and it's a really small but very nice touch from Torvol. It really shows that they are real FPV guys, because they know sometimes you need to make quick repairs on the field, and you can lose some screws, you can lose a lot of your little parts of the drone, and because nobody wants that, they have come up with this idea to have this little section that is magnetic, so you can put your screws here, some small materials that you don't want to lose, and it's all safe right here. And I haven't used this yet, as luckily I haven't crashed that many times lately, but I know that if I need to, I will have a nice working area inside the backpack itself, and I love that. Alternatively, you can use this section right here as a landing or takeoff pad, so you can start your flight from here. You can land here if the area around you is very dirty and you don't want to land in the mud, for example. You can land here, but keep in mind you might scratch this surface, so be aware of that. So I showed you the top section and I showed you the inside. On the sides we have these pockets here where you can actually put another quad if you want to, or just maybe strap your Joby GorillaPod or a monopod or a tripod or a bottle of water, anything that you want to carry on the side. You have a nice pocket for this purpose, and you have exactly the same thing on the other side. So basically you can run a setup of 4 different quadcopters, one on the side, one on the other side, and 2 here on the front, which is great. So you can carry 4 quads without any problems, and I think 4 quads are enough for anyone for a day of flying. I realized I completely forgot to show you what I have in the side pockets, so here you are. So I have some spare props in one of the pockets, a couple of sets, and of course some zip ties, as you never really know when you're going to need some zip ties. You always need a couple of them for some reason. And in the other pocket I carry a small screwdriver with a couple of different tips for different screws, as well as some other very small cables, connectors, action camera mounts, and some other small things that I just want to have all in one place. Here on the back you have a nice section for a laptop, for your tablet, for a landing pad if you want to, and you have meshed pockets inside. Everything is very high quality and very nicely made. I love the fact that this material here on the back is very soft, so it won't feel bad for your back to carry a lot of gear and to walk for a long amount of time. Personally, I find this to be one of my most comfortable backpacks so far that I've tested, and yeah, I love using it. Finally, in case it starts raining, you have a built-in rain protection that is stored here in the bottom section of the backpack. And that's great because a lot of times I am flying and it starts drizzling and I want to protect my quads. It's you know, you don't want to have water over your quadcopters, so it's very easy to just put this over the backpack and they're safe, and they won't get wet. I forgot to mention one little pocket here where you have the Torvol sign, and this is this pocket right here where you can store some small things. I have some tools for strapping my GoPros or my action cameras. I have some little things that I don't want to lose. That's why I have them in this PGY Tech little pouch. And you have some space for maybe some keys, for coins, for your wallet, all your personal belongings that you want to keep secure. You can put them here in this top pocket. So overall, I think this backpack is one of the best choices that you can make for FPV. It's really well thought out. It doesn't lack anything. It is a bit heavy when you put so much things inside, but of course that's the beauty of having a large backpack. Everything you want can fit inside, and for me that's a blessing because a large number of times I've been missing my Mavic, for example, when I go out to fly my FPV quads, or I've been missing my Sony camera or something else that I just don't have the space for. But here in this backpack, I'm just finding myself looking for more things to take with me because I have so much space, and I'm just looking for things that I might need, which I don't necessarily need, but I decide to take them with me anyway if I need them for some reason. So that's pretty much it for this Torvol Quad Pitstop Pro. Huge thumbs up from me for Torvol and for this backpack. Like I said, it's one of the most popular FPV backpacks out there. I've been enjoying it a lot. I've been using it ever since I got it a couple of weeks ago, and I can highly recommend you to check it out. I'll link it down in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself, maybe buy one or surprise anyone who is flying FPV with this backpack. It's a great gift as well. I hope this answers some of your questions that you guys have been asking me about all the things which I carry with me when I go outside to fly. As you can see, it's pretty basic. If you don't count the Mavic or the camera, it's pretty basic. I don't care. I don't carry that many things with me, but with that amount of space, it's just a crime not to take more gear with you when you fly. Don't forget to hit the like button before you go if you have enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. This is Mike from Drone Supremacy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.